Most companies offer a wide selection of off-the-shelf implants, pejoratively known as shelfware. Though often scorned by professionals who prefer to tune and modify their own stuff, those implants are reliable, widely available, and generally affordable. They function in modern culture like tattoos and cell phones did at the beginning of the 21st century, as a method of expression, a trendy addition to one's image, and a useful gadget, usually all in one. Basic cyberware is easy to obtain nowadays. Shops and cosmetic clinics install light implants on the spot. You walk in off the street, make an appointment, sit through a quick procedure and some calibrations, and voila! Now you've got your own cyber audio implant. More complicated cyberware needs to be installed in specialist clinics, but the whole procedure isn't more complicated than a visit to the dentist's office. They have to check that your medical condition won't cause any complications during the procedure. But they know you can always install the same implant at a Ripper doctor's place for about 60% of the price, so usually they aren't too strict. The most complex cybernetic and biological enhancements, like full body conversions or organ and limb replacement, are only performed by specialists and branded clinics. Most people pick something like the Dr. RS catalog, but you can also choose one of the black clinics, depending on your preference, the state of your wallet, and your risk assessment. If you're lucky and you want to have some Ripper doctor from Kazakhstan remove your heart and replace it with a cheap secondhand junk, go for it. Cyberware was created as an evolution of medical prosthesis. At the beginning of the 21st century, implants were mainly used to replace missing or damaged limbs and organs. Artificial heart valves, extremities, vertebrae, they were all designed to save human lives or to allow the patient to function more normally after severe body trauma. The development of cyberware sped up after the First Central American War, when thousands of veterans came home injured. Technological progress and miniaturization allowed for the medical cyberware to become more sophisticated and widespread, but it was still quite expensive and not very intuitive to use. The first prosthetic arm was a heavy mechanical contraption with a crude gripper instead of a hand and fingers. Today, we refer to such cyberware as Generation 0. It is completely obsolete compared to modern technology. Post-medical cyberware prosthesis development helped to speed up the miniaturization process. The first non-medical implants to be designed and successfully tested were reinforced spines and joints for heavy labor workers and air filters grafted in the upper respiratory tracts for those working in polluted environments. Still, the high rate of implant rejection remained the main obstacle for the further cybernetic enhancement of society. Cyberware found its way to battlefields in the second decade of the 21st century. The Second Central American War and the Second and Third Corporate Wars were the crucibles that forged the first combat implants. Militech was first to seize that opportunity. Their enhanced cyber soldiers, with increased carrying capacity and direct connections to personal motion trackers and rangefinders, proved to be superior to their opponents in almost every way. Each side of those conflicts soon started to design and employ combat cyberware. Those wars started arms races between the private armies of the megacorporations that continues to this day. That early combat in industrial cyberware is now referred to as Generation 1 or Gen 1. Made of metal and plastic, they exceed the Generation 0, but are inferior even to the old-fashioned Generation 2. Nowadays, Gen 1 can only be seen on the black market, sold cheap to the poorest of people who can't afford better cyberware. As has often been the case in human history, war would play a pivotal role in the development of a new technology. The battlefield dust had not yet settled before the cyber-medical market started booming. The same corporations that participated in the corporate wars now saw an opportunity for profit and expanded their lines to produce medical implants for veterans. Right after that, they introduced cheap models for the industrial market, and the first models for the masses were designed simultaneously. The first cyber weapons appeared too, thanks to their federally unregulated status. These events all coincided with the invention of anti-rejection treatment, the development of the new cultural style called KISS, and the boom of braindance technology. Society, weary from recent wars, wanted to party again, and to look like the heroes in the newest braindance productions. The age of cyberware had begun. Generation 2 cyber implants are the most common of augmentation you will encounter on the streets. They are functional and relatively cheap. Gen 1 pistons and hydraulics were replaced by artificial cyber muscles that allow for greater actuation and strength. Then real skin technology entered the market and immediately became a high-end status symbol. Real skin is a technology used to produce synthetic skin, virtually indistinguishable from natural skin. Invented for the mechanical market to help war veterans accept the cyber prosthesis, it became more popular and affordable in the following 30 years and is now the standard covering for most implants. Fans of retro style and owners of expensive custom-made cyber limbs still prefer to go naked and wear implants without real skin overlay. The rise of the megacorporations also played a role in cyberware's continued technological development. The invention of Gen 3 cyberware was instigated by the corporate Cold War's arms race. Every corporation wanted to have better equipped soldiers and enforcers to keep their competitors at bay and their own business secure. Lighter and more durable carbon fiber and ceramic polymers replaced heavy metal. Concealed subdermal armor and retractable weapons were designed for black ops and assassins. Bullet, blade, and fireproof armored variants of real skin were developed and are widely used today among corporate forces. This period also saw the invention of bioware technology that uses biological enhancements instead of cybernetic. Skin weave armor, nanosurgeons, toxic binders, and synaptic upgrades became ever more popular. Though biomodified muscles and organs are not as powerful as their cyberware counterparts, they are immune to EMP attacks, are not detectable by regular scanners, and are less likely to cause cyberpsychosis. Individuals combining cyberware and bioware became some of the most dangerous corporate agents and special operatives. In the last 30 years, cyberware has become widely used in every aspect of life across all societal strata. From the military medicine and manufacturing to family life, sex, and entertainment, its development created a legal and illegal business, from braindance and cyber fashion to the black market of cyber limbs and bioengineered organs. Humanity has been changed forever. The newest and best kind of cyberware comes in two types. The first is used by top-tier corporate officials and agents. Implants like upgraded neural processors, net-running hackware, grade 4 cyber eyes, and stress analyzers give them a competitive edge over their rivals and peers. Covered with the finest quality real skin, these Gen 4 augmentations define a corporal's lifestyle and are a sign of the status within the corporation. Though no less advanced, the second type of modern cyberware is designed to be overtly visible. This style is becoming ever more popular among the social elite, corporate heirs, braindance stars, singers, and other celebrities. Flowing gold and platinum lines woven into the most advanced real skin. Anatomical cyber limbs made of pure crystal, artificially cultivated on orbital stations, or plated with natural wooden tiles, worth tens of thousands of euro dollars. This style of cyberware is almost purely decorative to signify status and wealth. Thank you for watching. If you wish to see more Cyberpunk 2077 lore, please subscribe to the channel or watch this next video.